I can already see I'm a ruler in this kingdom. I think if I can control how they feel, I can control how they think. If I can whoop these all-stars, doesn't that mean I'm the best ever? What's happening, guys? Welcome to the Russell Hant Show. This is the Player's Performance and the Russell Crown. We're going to get right into it. Now, I thought the episode was an okay episode. I did not like the previous episode. This episode was all right. The only problem, we're hearing their stories over and over when people are sick of that in the first place. I guess they're going to tell us 3 or 4 times. I thought that's why that 2-hour episode was there for, so we can hear the stories. We know about them, and then they move forward from it. But they keep telling us the same story over and over, wasting our time watching Survivor. We want to see more gameplay. Now, it's getting starting to get to where people actually understand that they have to play the game or they're going to go home. It's that simple. So we're going to start off with the list here, and we're going to start with the person that was voted off, and that's Nika. Now, if you were watching my enhanced reality on my other channel, I'm talking about every tribe individually and the mistakes that they're making, or they're making a mistake. I talked about both tribes that went to tribal council, or the last 2 tribes that went to tribal, and I talked about how they're either keeping their team strong, or their team strong, or they're keeping their alliance strong. They did 2 different things the last 2 tribal councils, and the person that kept their team strong, they won the last 2 individual immunities in a row. The person that decided to keep their alliance strong, they've been to tribal the last 2 times in a row. So they already rolled the dice, and then they're like, okay, we're keeping our alliance strong. That was Cody and Jesse. We're keeping our alliance strong, right? Okay, so we need Nika. Now they vote out Nika. So now it's like, oh, now I see the light. Now I see that we're going to lose every single tribe, every single challenge, if we don't keep a solid team strong. So they decided to do the opposite of what they decided last time and get rid of their own alliance member, which once you jump into that pit, guys, you got to stay there. You got to ride it out at this point. You can't go back and forth. Now, they got rid of a strong member last time, and now they got rid of one of the weakest. Now, I agree, at this point, Nika was the weakest person. They should have got rid of her last time. They could have had a way better shot. They might have won, or I guarantee you they wouldn't have came last. Because the reason they lost that challenge was because of Nika. So, she's gone. Next. All right, we have Mike Gabler now. Here we go. Now, I've been giving Gabler a hard time. I give credit where credit is due all the time. If they reverse their gameplay and they start trying to think. Now, Gabler, we see him laying around, but I think something finally woke his ass up, and now he's starting to play the game. Now he's like, I'm not a dummy, which I don't know about that with the first episode that we've seen, the way he was going to play, but at least we get to see him play a little bit. The girls are playing very strategic. I've been saying that from the beginning. I said that this tribe is the most solid tribe out there, so I think it's going to be very exciting to see what happens, because they don't know that Mike knows that they think that he thinks the idol's gone. So he probably will play the idol. They'll probably try to get rid of him, and he'll probably sneak them. It'll be by far one of the best moves if they go to tribal council that we will see probably in the game, because he knows what's going on. We already see that they don't know what's going on, and I know that they're strategic players, but they're overlooking Mike for sure. And I overlooked him as well as what I seen them edit. Can he pull it off? We'll see. Next. Okay, we have Noel. You know, I wanted to talk about Noel. Now, I was going to talk about her last because Noel wins the Russell Crown. Now, last challenge, she said Nika was the weakest link, and I'm like, you can't, that's not fair to say that because you didn't do that challenge. So, how can you say she's the weakest link when we don't even know if you can compete yet? I'm eating my words right now. The girl can compete. Their team finished first, and then obviously they lost. But the physical part of their challenge, they finished first. I was watching her, and she looked like she was doing just as good as anybody else, if not better than a lot of them. So, congratulations, Noel. You win the Russell Crown. You did an amazing job. I like the heart that she has. She never stops. Doesn't matter. We've seen her story 3 or 4 times already. They keep going back to the same story. We know. We get it. We understand it. We know what happened. Now let's just move forward. Now, by her not playing, I know everybody wanted to see her steal a vote, and that's wonderful, and it would have been amazing to watch. I wanted to see her steal a vote, but it wasn't her best gameplay, because then they would have known her as a liar, and they would have tried to go against her. Now they think that she was telling the truth when she said she didn't want to risk anything. So she did the right thing. She wins the Russell Crown. She played the best in this episode of Survivor. Mike did a really good job too. Gable did a very good job, but she saved herself, even though they was trying to vote out. They didn't show us a lot that went down at that tribal. It's obvious what happened and what was said. They all went to her and said, we got to get rid of Nika. We're trying to keep the team strong. And she believed them. So she decided not to steal the vote. So congratulations. You win the Russell Crown. I might have to start doing Russell Crowns last so you guys will keep watching. So we got Owen now. Owen's the same old thing, guys. It's the same thing with Owen. He gets a lot of airtime, which is, that's something to think about. He gets a lot of airtime, and I still don't know where to put him. Should you put him higher, lower, in the middle? I don't really see him playing that strategic. He's on the line, guys. He's right in the middle. Like, I still can't get a read on Owens. I can't wait for him to make a big move. He's from my hometown, Louisiana. New Orleans, Louisiana. And I'm still waiting on my boy Owen. Next. Nope, too bad. Can't talk about her. All right, we have Cody. Now, I was saying earlier, Cody and Jesse. Let's go ahead and put them in together as a group here to talk about. They're in control of their tribe, obviously. They see now that they made a mistake. If you would watch my YouTube channel, Cody, then you would know certain things you should and shouldn't do. You got to be very careful on every move you make. Now he may be in trouble. Him and Jesse may be in a little bit of trouble because they just lost their member, a number of their alliance. I think they should have, since they went that route, and wanted to keep their alliance strong, I think they should have stayed with that route. I think they should have voted out Noel, which might not have happened. It would have been way more exciting, that's for sure. But I think they should have kept to their alliance. To me, the alliance, your personal alliance, is the most important thing in that game. That's why you see me giving up idols to save my alliance. Because you can't go further in the game without an alliance. She was a solid member. Nika would have never betrayed them, and now they're down one solid member. And that's very hard to find, someone that won't betray you. So I think that Cody and Jesse are in big trouble. I think that they're big personalities in the game. We've seen Jesse's story again. He said he feels like he's voting out his mom. There's only one person in the history of this game that voted out her mom, and please give her credit for that. She's the queen of voting out moms, not you. So, yeah, Jesse and Cody, they're a pair. They're almost identical when it comes to gameplay, I think. And I think they made the wrong move by voting out Nika. I just think it was a bad move, and I think they're in trouble because of it. you don't get rid of your main alliance member. You got to keep your alliance member and hope for the best. Hope for that merge. Because those two probably could have weeded everybody out and been the last two standing. Next, Sammy. Now, we seen a little bit of Sammy this time. I like Sammy. I like the kid. We seen a little bit of Sammy, and he went to Gable to find out, hey, do you think that idol works? He's like, no, it doesn't work. I mean, yes, I still have it. It's when I go to tribal council twice. So, and he looks at Elizabeth, and Elizabeth says she thinks she's getting a little too confident. Now, I see Elizabeth as a strong strategic player, but she's getting very confident, and I think that I might bite her in the butt in a little bit. Don't get too confident in the game of Survivor. Always know you're in trouble. That's why I can't believe we heard 9s and 10s when Jeff said, how confident are y'all? They were like, yeah. And I thought he was leading up to still a vote. That's what I thought he was doing. But obviously, because he knows all what's going on. So we seen a little bit of 19-year-old Sammy telling him he's 22. I see some big things happening with Sammy, but we still have to wait to see that. Next, Carla. I don't know. I don't know if I'd risk that advantage that everybody likes to get, but she pulled it through. Everybody's just giving away their stuff nowadays. It's amazing to me how nice everybody. They're so sweet. Everybody's so nice. You just ask for a once in a lifetime thing like a bead. Now she gets to keep the beads because she said they were for her girlfriend. So you get a once in a lifetime opportunity to play this game. I wonder what the people that got voted off, that got outwitted by Carla by her taking their beads. I don't know if I would take that advantage, guys. I think that I would leave it there and watch like a hawk. I would build me an idol, a spy idol. What is it? Whatever. I'm not trying to copy off Tony, but I would have a spy gate on that, watching whoever gets that advantage, because whoever gets it, then you have a huge advantage over them. If you see someone get it, if you see it there, yeah, I wasn't going to tell you guys this, but if you're a future Survivor player and you see it there, wait. Just leave it there and see who picks it up. Whoever picks it up, you'll see what kind of antics they're going to try to do to unify or get an idol out of it. And you make sure that you don't give it to them. So then they lose their vote. You know what's happening. They're going to lose their vote. So you're in full control. You get more power than that idol if they don't get what they want. So, or if you know about it, you can tell your alliance members that this person has some type of an advantage. Or you know what it is. You read it. You put it back. So that's the strongest play with that. And I'll probably ruin that like I do everything in Survivor. People looking for idols. Because if nobody ever picks it up and people just watch the first 2 times they do something like that, they'll probably cut it down and not use that type of advantage anymore. Because you could use that advantage to be a huge advantage if you don't actually pick it up. And you let somebody else pick it up and you watch them. That's what I do, guys. I create things right here. I make things happen. That's what I do. Okay, next, Ryan. We didn't see much of Ryan either. When he was the last one to give up the beads or whatever, I was like, oh, he's going to be easy. And he was. Everybody was easy. She just said, can I have it? Yeah, here. But she did a good job working it. So, congratulations, Carla, for doing that. Like I said, Ron, not much of Ron. Next, Lindsay. Okay, Lindsay, what did she did? One thing. They showed her one time. What was it? A confessional. I don't know. You see, right now, again, we're not seeing much of Lindsay. They had somebody that I talked to quite a bit last time where I was like, we ain't seeing much, but all of a sudden she ended up in the final 3 or final whatever it was. Next, Janine. So now Janine is part of that group with Elizabeth and Liz, or whatever they call her, coming up to Elizabeth. And those two are pretty strategic players. But like I said, I could group these two together, and that's what I'm going to do. Elizabeth and Janine, they're a pair, just like the other two are grouped together. Now, they play similar as well. They both are on the same page, but they're missing, they're taking advantage of people. They think that people don't know what's happening. They think they're in full control of the game, and that's when you get in trouble, because they're not. And we've seen that with Mike, that it's not going to happen. They're not going to go get over on him, and they think they are going to get over on him. And it's going to be very, like I said, a very interesting tribal if they go there, because one of those are going to be going home. But they're both playing a strategic game. I like that team over there. I can see them making a run. This is the second time they won individual immunity. I mean, not individual. They won immunity. Don't have to go to tribal council. So, yes, that's her. Next, Jesse. We talked about Jesse already. And then Cassidy. So, is she even in the game still? She's from... I didn't know she was from Plano, Texas. Okay. Right around the corner as well. So she lives in Austin. Cassidy is not, that's all I can say. She's 26. She's from Plano, and she lives in Austin. That's all we know about her. She's not getting any love from production. I think that once we start seeing her, that'll be the day she gets voted out. Or she may be winning the game. I doubt that very serious, because we haven't even seen her. I don't remember seeing her one time this last time. So next, James. Again, not much on James. We've seen a little bit with James, but not much. I thought that James would be a bigger character. I thought he'd be a funny guy, but he's laying low. We're not seeing much strategic play out of James, and that's it. That's all I can say about James. Next. Gio. We seen a lot with Gio last time. This tribal, he didn't get much airtime either. So I see Gio playing a good strategic game. Not much on Gio. I do think he's a good player, and looking forward to seeing more of him. Next, Elizabeth. Ellie. I guess that's what they call her. She like I said, I paired her up already, and she has a solid strategic game, but that strategic game is going a little bit too hard and too fast, to where she's overlooking that she thinks she's in full control when she's really not. Dwight is in a very good position, I think. He has Noel. Now there are two people from their tribe already gone. Dwight's a sneaky player. I think that he could do very well, and nobody actually knows yet what is happening, how he is thinking. He is just going along with the flow, really. And now he's part of all kind of stuff that's going on. He just says yes to everything, though. So, but he's staying like a free agent. So I could see Dwight going very far in this game. So that's all I got, guys. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you want to see some extra content, go to Enhanced Reality. I'll put the link in the description. I talk about individual tribes, them going to tribal. I'm going to talk about it again. The same tribe goes, Vesta, I think. They go to tribal council again, get rid of their weakest link, and I go more in depth on Enhanced Reality. That's all I got for you guys. Until next time, keep hope alive.